Hello, everybody. We are live. Hey,
Hi.
Oh,
welcome to the party. Welcome to Shadowrun, where we will be watching these villainous scum try and corrupt the world and make a living.
Yeah.
Um, this is Shadowrun Fourth Edition. And it's a drop in, drop out thing. So if people are interested in joining us and playing with us, you can go into click the link below to join the Discord and possibly come and join us. Let's introduce our players and who they are playing as real fast. Starting with Nerdy.
Hey, I'm Nerdy. I'm Nerdy Teddy Bear. I'm playing Star and Elf Cat Burglar.
Yeah. And
Hi.
oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys know what you're doing.
I'm
Never
always
mind.
in the middle, right?
Yeah, you're always,
I'm
yeah.
always in the middle. I am Silverstorm, and I'm playing as Valkyrie, an elf sniper. And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
and hey everybody, I am Capjack playing my namesake, Capjack, the Orc Street Samurai.
All right, wonderful. And then I am Shogun. I will be running this game, and that's all you really need to know. Correct me if I'm wrong that you are all back at the loft, the place where you've all been given free habitation, as long as you
Yeah.
don't mess with the Italian mob. You were all there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys describe to me what the morning looks like for you guys?
It's the morning after we left off.
Yeah. Yes, it was. It would be.
Then Star's passed out on her bed, if she made it that far. Not exactly in any real position of any kind, just where she fell.
Right. Slice would have helped you inside, as he is more experienced of a drinker than most beings on the planet. And then would have made his way just barely onto his couch. Sorry, you go.
No, it's okay. I'd be upstairs as usual. No big surprise there.
Okay. And
Capjack's listening to music and talking to his new friend Koala.
yeah, she would ask, "Is it okay if I have some food here, or should I go elsewhere?"
Yeah, it's fine. Enjoy.
She would have it print some like waffles or something. And
Good
eat.
taste.
And after eating, she would continue to play around on her guitar, just strumming and working on songs, just playing to see what sounds good.
Is Star awake yet? Oh, very much no.
If she's strumming on the guitar, she'd probably be awake. She just, oh, please don't.
Sorry.
Oh, Star, how are you? You okay? Looking better. It's good.
Yep. Long night. It was fun though.
Yay! How do you like
You
the new
could call it
place?
that.
Oh, what was that?
Sorry, Cap Jake. Well, what did you say, Cap Jake?
Yeah, how was the new place?
It
I think you was the first person through the door. Oh, what was the age anyway? Whatever.
It was interesting.
For a bit of context for those who haven't seen, um, Slice, a human man with a robot arm, has been recently helping the party in different ways, and Star wanted to show appreciation, so they both went out to a biker bar, and partied. And so Star is quite wiped out, and it appears a bit hungover.
Yes.
Capjack, also that same night, met a independent musician, who appeared to be homeless, and invited her in to have at least a night's rest under a roof. And Valkyrie is always upstairs, so that's the new there.
I know.
Right, so guess we need to decide what we're doing. You up for a job?
Yeah, I'm up for a job.
I'll see if Valkyrie is as well.
Should I leave? Is this private business?
Yeah, bit. Yeah, that's fine. I guess if you want to go play, feel free to come back tonight, though.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You
Thank
too.
you very much. Nice
Very,
to meet
very
you.
Welcome.
Bye.
You too, Koala.
Yes, you too.
And she heads out. And so, just to skip forward, unless Valkyrie has any objections, let's just skip to where we have the party all gathered together for their conversations.
That's fine, yeah.
Sounds good.
There's a couple of things I wanted to actually talk to the two of you about.
Okay.
So, Valkyrie,
Mm-hmm.
you really want to get those rings back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I might know a way we can do that.
Okay.
It doesn't require the mechanical. Ugh. But Scabs is working on a way to regrow tissue, and maybe that's something he'd be able to do for you.
It's like I'm that's not my field of speciality, but from what I understand, getting the exact print is really difficult, and that's why no one really wants to do it for me.
I mean,
But
if it's
you're right.
something like a gene therapy,
We could try it.
yeah. I mean, if the blueprint is already in your body from, because it would know what used to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it should be at least theoretically possible.
Not impossible, but very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, do you think it would be better than the mechanical option?
The thing is, yes, it might come from the same blueprint, but you heard what Archie said. Apparently they were magic. So I don't think they're gonna work as well as we might be hoping. Which means that if we do manage to grow some and we attach them and they don't work, they're gonna have to be taken off again.
That would be a problem. So perhaps find out if they can be regrown. And if they can be, then involve a mage perhaps into the magical portion.
I guess.
Things we can try.
I guess we could try it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm asking if this is of interest to you.
Yes, I'm just skeptical. Because anything
course.
that's too good to be true hardly ever is.
Oh, good lord. Do you know how difficult this is going to be? It's going to be beyond expensive.
I
It's
know.
not simple.
So I'm weighing my options. Do I work with Archie or do I try an experimental whatever this is?
I mean, frankly, we have a history with Scabs, and he's always done good work.
Yes, but
Archie?
also Scabs is Scabs.
Yeah. Look what he did to Star.
He did actually do pretty
Actually,
good
how
on this.
does Star look?
Yes.
Looks
No, yet.
pretty good. So at this point, I think you've gone past the like full healing for the most part. The scars are a little bit more like puffy than they will be in the future. They'll fade a little bit more over the years. But for the most part, like you said, the face is well reconstructed and there's very little visible other than the fact that the metallic tattoos are entirely ruined because they're just sections of new skin that are applied, replacing just skin that was gone. So the very nice aesthetic, like kind of architectural tattoos that were there are just scrambled. They make no sense anymore. On the hands and whatever like exposed skin can be visible on the arms and legs and torso and stuff though is a little less neat. But the face, the part that people will be looking at more than anything, is quite well reconstructed, and you can't even see very much like differences in tissue stretchiness. Like everything bends the way it should, even though there's new skin that should be less loose or however. And it's pretty good job, especially for the facilities that were used.
Believe me, I had my doubts as well, but he didn't do bad.
I mean, that's what he did with, frankly, shoestring and coat hanger.
Look, I'm
Now
not
he's doing
saying
better.
no. I'm just saying my doubts. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna try it.
Okay. My entire point of this is, look, I like the two of you. I like the runners that we are working with. I think it makes sense if perhaps we start working towards common goals, perhaps. Things that will make us all better runners together. Does that make sense?
What's the end goal?
Stay alive.
Okay, but
mean,
what
isn't
if
that
we
always
reach a
the
point
goal?
where that's not an option? Where that's no longer a concern?
I mean, if we reach the point where staying alive and things like that are no longer a concern, then we'll have riches beyond measure, and that won't be. And we'll do whatever we want at that point. I don't care. I want to get there first. And frankly, the best chance I have with that is working together with all of you.
How are
Makes
we
sense
not
to me.
doing that already?
Yeah, but there's been times where, like the other day when I had to come in separately, and it was an entire separate thing. Perhaps instead of acting as entirely independent, we act as a team, more so than we always necessarily have been, or we work well together, but we haven't necessarily worked as a team. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You would hear
So,
Slice getting up. Y'all got trust issues.
Good morning, Starshine.
I didn't.
Well, yeah, the runners. It's what we do.
Yeah, I didn't do
Speaking
anything
of-
last night, did I? I can't remember.
No, you're good.
You helped Star in here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I didn't like kill anyone or anything.
No.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
Okay, because there's blood on my shirt. I don't remember where that came from.
It's probably not yours. Eh.
I don't think it's mine. You see him start to like check himself. Just.
If I think about that, Star, I think you have a bit of a problem currently. And it's about 3 feet tall and has seen lots of shit recently.
Yes, I know. The moment it felt like it was unavoidable. I'd have preferred she hadn't had to come here, but we didn't have enough information about Mr. P to know that she was entirely safe.
What can we do to help prepare your daughter for this life? Perhaps we can give her training. What can we do to help you? How can we keep her safe, basically? I mean, is that the thing you want the most? Keeping her safe?
Yes, it is. Right now, I think working jobs. I could use some extra money, perhaps upgrade the safe house a bit. Wouldn't be bad. Get her into a different, better safe house even. But I need cash for that.
Right then. Then we will consider ways in which we can increase the security of the little one.
Thank you.
Right. Of course. Like I said.
And what do you want out of this, Capjack?
To be honest with you, I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Again, more money, more opportunities. Right now, I think we have a pretty good reputation starting for us. I would like to keep that going and see where that can take us.
Okay.
So, we need a job. We need to make a decision. If we have, I say we have 3 options, maybe. We can recover that focus for the mage. That deals with the rubies. Figure out how you want to do that. Or we can start working on some additional things for scabs.
The Ruby's job will be the simplest one.
I agree. And plus, I think with their help, that might take care of one of the issues for scabs, the armoring of the building. Because if perhaps they have a really good reputation, if people know that his building is under their protection, that's as good as armor, for the most part, anyway.
Under the Ruby's protection or
Oh goodness, no.
Queen Anne's?
The Queen Anne's.
Okay. I would agree.
I agree as well.
Right then. Then let's start gathering information on these rubies.
Okay. How am I useful here?
I think
Right,
Valkyrie currently has, just pointing out, I think Valkyrie currently has one of the better relationships with Blinky. Having spent like most of several sessions exclusively talking with him.
But am I
Sorry,
really going to talk to him about gangs?
I just wanted to participate. I've been silent for a while.
Okay. I'm not much for the info gathering. Generally, I have a job and I do it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that of the first things to do is find out where they are. And then you can do recon and provide fire support if it comes to that.
Okay. I figure it'd be easy for both of you to figure out where they are and then find a way to meet up with them on important business. And then, well, just say that their leader suddenly disappears.
But let's find out what we can about them, how many of them there are, and the location. Could you contact Blinky?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, can do that. Is that all you want me looking into?
Well, how do you want to handle this? Do you want to handle it a very direct way? I mean, you know me. I prefer doing things diplomatically as much as possible. It's nicer to make friends than it is to make enemies.
What are we gonna gain from making friends with these guys?
Depends what we do for them. If we help them perhaps take out the people above them, they move up, and then they owe us.
Can I roll my geek knowledge to tell you that that's a horrible idea?
Sorry, what was that?
Can I roll my gang's knowledge to tell Kepchik that that's a horrible idea?
Sure. To roll, you can roll gangs. If Capjack has that as well, you can roll that as well.
Gangs or underworld?
Either one works.
Okay.
I also have mafia and syndicates.
Any of those works. I'm not too concerned. 2
Okay.
hits for Capjack, and
Ooh.
3.
3.
Okay, so Capjack and Valkyrie would know that the way that things are done down here in certain ones, the Italians do not partake at all in this practice, and the Russians only do to a limited degree. But the Yakuza and the Irish and a couple other factions partake in sort of sub gangs where they have smaller gangs that are sort of under their flag that are trying to prove themselves to the main gang. And if they succeed, they can. Oh, Castle Mac Lydia gave 300 bits. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If they can
Thank you.
prove themselves, then they can be given an actual place in the gang. So they're allowed to set the requirements to join in the actual Yakuza gang to be extremely high. And then they're forced to set up smaller gangs to prove themselves. So the Rubies are probably, you don't have confirmation on that yet, but probably one of those sub gangs where
No, yeah, Queen Anne told us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they're not officially part of the Yakuza, but they do hang out in Yakuza territory, and violence in there is somewhat subject to the Yakuza's discretion about whether they think it's okay or not. So straight up eliminating someone who is their superior would not necessarily be a good idea. However, if they had a rival, another sub-gang rival, if they could absorb or eliminate them and take their assets and make themselves more valuable, it's possible they could be promoted to being actually part of the gang, and they might be appreciative of that. But a straight up like assassinate a superior to give them a space,
That's not gonna be treated well.
Not so
because
good.
technically they don't have any superiors yet because they're not a part of the gang yet. They are their own leaders right now. But so you both chat that out, and that information is gotten across between the two of you. You guys figure it out.
Okay.
And so you're both aware of that.
So, I mean, we could meet with them and see if there's someone that they could use help with, or we just eliminate them altogether.
And
Perhaps.
or we can go a different route if we really want to go diplomatic and trade the fetish for killing their rival.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I couldn't understand.
No, it's alright. Yeah, I mean, I like this idea. See, that way we make friends in 2 different places at once. And then there's other people that we don't care about them.
Okay. How about we trade the death of the rival leader for the fetish, but anyone else, it's extra.
That comes down to negotiation. So, I'd love to try.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Not Japanese.
I speak Japanese.
Oh, excellent. Do you want to handle the face-to-face?
That depends on Star. Do you speak Japanese?
No. I have Mandarin. I know Mandarin, Turkish, not Japanese.
Well, Mandarin kind of works, but this is Akusa.
In the Shadowrun world, they have spread because they sort of follow in the shadow of what's the corporation? What are they called?
Shiawase?
Yeah.
Mitsuyama?
No, the first one.
Shiawase.
Yeah. Shiawase? I don't remember.
Shiawase.
Anyway, the corporation that owns Japan and China, the Yakuza kind of follow in their shadow. And so they have, to my knowledge, quite extremely permeated through China as well. And so they
It
are,
could be both.
yeah, they're potentially both. No guarantees.
Right, so let's get some information about them.
That seems like a good place to start.
Okay. I'll call Blinky. I'm gonna ask, do you guys need to be a part of this conversation?
No.
You want to handle it? Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call Blinky then.
All right. He says, hello.
Hi.
Good morning to you.
Yes, that is the daytime around here.
It
Um,
does appear so.
I have something that is not in your general expertise.
Mm-hmm.
We want information on the Yakuza sub-gang called the Rubies.
Okay, let me take a look, see if I have anything on them. Valkyrie, would you please roll edge for me?
Okay.
Because, yeah, as you're accurately surmising, gangs aren't necessarily his specialty. But if he picks up the info, he'll keep it. He won't throw it away or turn it down. What do you got?
I gotta figure out what my edge is. 1 hit.
1 hit. Yes, I do actually have a file on them. Mostly, some basic just reports. They are associated with some criminal activities. What do you need to know about them?
The important things that they don't want us to know. So, like, where they are, and who their leader is, and anything valuable that we might be able to use in putting them in a corner.
Okay, general location. I have a building. The number 12 apartment complex in the southern Yakuza territory.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Somewhere in that building, though. It's a pretty big one, so... membership is no more than 10.
Okay.
Leader is somewhat elusive. Brags claiming to have 2 magic users.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a picture for you here. And sends over a picture. You see a man, a very like thin, wiry man with a vibro sword, with the edge of it all decaled to look like the blade is made of like red crystal. And where you don't see his face because he's wearing a biker helmet and is actually sitting on a motorcycle. And this appears to be some like footage as he speeds away, so it's a bit blurry, but you do get like the red blade and guy speeding away on the motorcycle. This allegedly is a member of the Rubies.
Okay. Do they have any rivals?
All I've got is they are involved in inter-sub-gang rivalries. So they have them, as far as I'm aware, last time I checked, which this info is 7 months old.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, well, it's something, so how much do I owe you?
If that's everything, that's just, I don't know, 20 Nuyen. That was pretty easy. Pick that info off pretty cheap.
I'd wire it over to him and tell him thank you.
Yes, thank you. Have a good morning. Yeah.
Okay.
He hangs up.
So I would then relay this information to the group of the building.
Which building number was it again?
12.
Correct.
Thank you.
In the South Yakuza territory.
Have a location. They have 2 magic users on their crew. That's probably why they wanted the focus. Makes sense, I guess. I don't know.
There's also only 10 of them.
That's important. I mean, 3 of us, 10 of them.
This is also 7-month-old information.
That makes a difference. I said, let's get some more eyes on the ground for now. I don't want to walk in the blind.
Okay. Can I open Google Maps?
Yeah, you are mapped. You can easily be mapped there. You know how to get there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at surrounding buildings to Building 12.
It is a grid of 25-story tall apartment complexes.
Okay.
So it is a grid of them. Its neighboring building in all directions is a building identical to it.
How flat? Like, alright, so I'm gonna...
And yeah, flat roofed.
Yeah. So that's probably where I'll be hanging out if we don't want to walk in blind. Is I'll pick one of the apartment buildings and camp.
I'm gonna choose right now to activate Star's
I have common sense too.
common sense. Yeah, but you gathered info. Star, you particularly know a person who might be able to give you more info, as well as just generally you could ask around other gangs and individuals, if you want more info. But there's an individual who you are the only person who has contact with, who you could talk to.
I might be able to gather more information.
What do you have?
Well, I have a contact that may be willing to give us some more information.
Yeah, go visit.
We'll see how it's... I will call the dark elf, though, one that works for Simon. Then
Okay. I'm gonna roll some dice because it's a busy person who did not have particularly great experiences last time she met you. But it rolled really good. So the call picks up. Hello.
hello. I'm glad you answered. Uh, I'm hoping to get some information on the rubies.
Who?
Uh, the rubies, they're one of the Yakuza sub gangs.
Huh. Give me a second. Yeah, they're filed. Yeah. What about him?
Well, when would like to be able to confirm some locations, and everything we've got right now is 7 months old. So confirm a location, members, make sure we're not stepping on anybody's toes
By what? What's
by
gonna happen to him?
making uh hopefully nothing, but we hope to make a deal with them, and we wouldn't want to be getting in anybody's way in doing so.
All right. Well, basic rules say they are an independent force. You can mess with them if you want to, but just make sure not to kick up any dust, whatever you do with them.
Of course.
I can give you updated info on them for 300 new yen.
That is amendable. I can do that.
All right. You are wired over a document while you wire the money to her. The document says that they have moved out of the room, which was room 65 in building 12. They've moved out of that room into the basement of building 12. Actually, basement 2. And occupy most of that area. They have suffered losses to their numbers and then also recovered more individuals. So currently they are sitting at 4 core members, but then have an additional 10 kind of like grunt members who they are trying to bring up to their standards. The info also says that the 2 magic users are still alive. One of them is the leader. The leader goes by the name of Ruby Eye and is particularly skillful with his weapon and mildly skillful with magic.
And I assume I can just send the document to everybody, so everybody has the info.
Yep.
Okay. All right, then I do that.
Well, this is very useful. Thank you, Star.
You're welcome.
That's good to know. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a problem if we're trying to get information from above. If they're in the basement. We have a name. Sword person, white mage. Might explain why they have the focus. All members.
The document also says that they have a known territory where they essentially take over protection. They function as a contractor essentially to the Yakuza to deal with protection in the common. There's a small 3-building strip that they manage the protection for them. And known associate gangs are the White Teeth, the Jedi, and known enemies are the White Caps.
Okay.
You get a lot for a $300 or 300 new yen document.
Not a bad deal.
Does it tell us where Whitecaps are stationed?
It has a link to another document that you don't have.
Okay.
Oh. What do you say if we go on this information on the Whitecaps as well? What can we get on them?
On
I
my end?
mean, is Star still on the line?
No, I don't think I would.
That's
be.
your choice. If you want to still be on
Okay.
the line.
Okay, yeah, then we'll say I'm still on the line. And could we also get information on their rivals, the Whitecaps?
That will be 250 for that one.
Sounds good then.
All right. You were sent over another file. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yes,
I'll
thank you very much for this.
talk with you later, I guess.
Yes. Again, thank you for picking up.
Yeah. And hangs up. So the document says the Whitecaps they live and operate out of apartment building 6. They have taken the top floor suites to themselves.
Ha ha ha, that's a bad move.
They are 16 strong. Known allies, none. Known enemies are the Jedi's, the Rubies, and the White Teeth, the Black Boots, and the Katanas.
We could really cash in on this. We could ask all of them for money to take out these guys.
The document says that they are noted for having no allies and attempting to push their way into the Yakuza through literal brute force. They are not discerning in their recruitment practices, but turnover, in parentheses, death, is common amongst our ranks. The main crew of 16 the main crew of 10 are consistent members who have held up through this crucible of training, and the 4 to 8 grunts that they keep do not last long or are upgraded to being actual members. They have many enemies and do not have any contracts to support the Yakuza in any official way, but are hired very often for one-time muscle jobs. Excuse me, I am about to sneeze.
So yeah, I guess the way I'm thinking of this to get the most we can squeeze out of this is to have a ridiculously high like, we will do this job for this much money, and then convince the other groups to pitch in whatever they can.
Honestly, think we can't negotiate with them separately.
Yes, but that's gonna take forever.
In universe, yes. In game, we can make that pretty fast if you want to just punch those through real fast.
Cool.
Okay.
I think our patience here could mean we make a lot more money.
Mm-hmm.
5,000 for recovering the focus, and if we just do a simple exchange with the rubies for the kills, that's great. And then we go to all the other ones individually. We negotiate that one separately. All extra money that for something we were going to do anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So their leader for the fetish, and then every last one of them for extra.
Requisite, you know what? I like. How's this for an idea? We start with leader. We start the negotiation with yes, for kills the leader for the focus.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, we can go down to we'll kill absolutely all of them for just the focus, since we're going to do it anyway for all the rest of the groups. They don't have to know that.
If you have to negotiate to that, don't
Yeah.
if you
If we have to. But I would really rather not.
Oh, I agree. But we have the option.
Okay.
And then we will go to each of the other crews. Oh, this is going to be fun. All right. So, how about we hop in a vehicle and head on over to the
Wait.
rubies?
Before we go, I'm not very good with my words.
Okay.
I know how to speak words in a certain language, but I can't.
Can you translate for me?
Yes, but I think it would give them a much better impression of us if we started out speaking their language. Which I guess I can do the introductions just fine.
I think it would be more impressive if we have a translator. That creates a position of power as well.
Or ignorance.
No, ignorance would be going in and expecting them to speak our language. Noting that they need
can
a
I
translator.
roll something?
you can roll
To see
gangs
if I'm right.
if you want to learn about this. That's fine. Anyone?
What about
wants to.
etiquette?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, etiquette also would totally work.
Do I have that?
I got 2 hits.
2 hits. Valkyrie, you know that like the most optimal thing, 3 hits, nice. The most optimal thing obviously would be to walk in and have the entire conversation in their language, obviously.
Yeah.
But next
Yeah.
down from that would be to walk in and make them comfortable by starting and doing the conversation in their language. If they don't have to concern themselves about English or whatever language you weirdos speak, it will make them more comfortable throughout the whole thing, and they'll think that you're being respectful to them, that considering them rather than them having to consider you. Worst thing, of course, would be to walk in and force them to speak your language throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Most likely.
Would I be able to get a translator? Like something where I would, like a skill soft or something like that?
You can. Yeah. Their reputation is very rigid. Like it's still just Google Translate, just upgraded a bit.
Oh, fair. Yeah, let's not do that then.
But yeah, so like based on you guys' roles, what did you get, Star? 2.
Actually,
Based on you guys' roles, probably the best thing you can do in your situation is have one person translating, and one person doing the talking, and through the translator. Uh, or of course, if you can manage, just have one person speak their language the whole way through.
and we can do that with an earpiece.
True.
Also, I have negotiations.
both
So-
both directions I'm gonna add, like if it's broken telephone, both ways I'm gonna add like slight minuses through it. If it's through translation or however it's gonna go, there'll be slight minuses to that, but whatever you guys want to do, it'll
I looked back at my skills, and I do have negotiations, so I can do this. It's just I need to know exactly what I'm saying.
Are we certain which language that we're walking into them speaking?
When we are not. Is that in that file at all?
you can take a look at the file again. I definitely didn't tell you every single thing that was in there. It's pretty comprehensive, so if you have questions, you can refer back to those things. There is more information specifically on the leader of the Rubies than there is on like his general crew, and he was born in Japan and moved here, so presumably he speaks Japanese. Also, notable information on the Whitecaps: their leader is an orc.
Okay. All right. So I'd say I would feel more comfortable doing this myself if you could explain to me exactly what I'm proposing, so I don't end up saying something that we don't mean.
How about this? Like you said, you're not very good with your words. It's not an insult. Just normally your interpersonal relations end with exploding heads.
Yeah, but gangs kind of understand that, so we have mutual respect.
It's fair. All right. Here's what we want. We want to exchange the focus. Well, first we need to introduce ourselves. See if they've heard of us. That might help as well. Establish reputation and why they should work with us. Let's see. Introduction, reputation. Offer understands you have a problem. We would like to help with it. Seeing as we have been helped because you have created a problem as well. So, honestly, we have one of two ways of doing this. We can do this the angry, bloody way where nobody is happy, and truly, who wants that? Or we can do the ways everyone wins.
Sorry. Question. Did Queen Anne say she wanted her name on this?
Oh crap.
She specifically said she didn't wanted to keep her name out of this.
Okay,
That's why
what
she's using us.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we have to make sure that we don't do that. So we need to somehow say that you have something of value that we want. We are willing to do this for you in exchange. Can we agree with that?
Good work, yeah. I mean, we can always go with a simple thing of, yeah, we were hired to do a job. And if they ask who that is, we're runners. We don't say who hired us to do things.
But we are 3 people. And there are how many?
Which is again why we discuss reputation.
Yes, but we still need to be aware that they have the opportunity to just jump us and basically do whatever they want until we tell them what they want. That's why we have to approach this in a way that doesn't say, hey, we were sent to kill you, but we're not. And we demand this. It's not going to work out well if we do
Well,
that.
of course not. You don't go in and demand everything from them. No. Let's see.
I think
It's entirely understandable if they want to put us through a test of some sort. Like, oh, how do we know that you will actually get this done?
then make a copy of the Humanus chip that you have. That's our resume.
I don't need to make a copy of it. We just mention it.
True.
Simple. You know the Humanus Polyclub job? And just smile.
True.
Quiet confidence will carry us very far. If we
Okay.
have to go in and brag, then we are weak. If we go in understanding, here's what we're doing. We are here for a business. We are here for an exchange. If you would like this item here, here's what we will do in return. Can we come to an agreement?
Okay. Yeah, I think I can do that.
All right. And if you get caught up at all, we will keep a channel open and go from there.
Okay. I guess, yeah. Subvocal.
Yeah.
So you're gonna skip.
Thoughts?
What?
Sorry, you guys.
We're waiting on you.
Yeah, everyone, Capjack, Valkyrie, and Star are already happy with this plan and ready to go to the Ruby's place.
Anything else?
No,
I
I'm good.
can't think anything else.
Do you guys need fire support?
The extra member would be nice. Instead of just us three.
I can stand there and look pretty.
You are very good at that. It's true.
Let me just get a different shirt. I mean, I'm supposed to look intimidating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I'll keep it then. But you see, he stands up. He's got this like rock concert, like death metal skull T-shirt with a black background, and then there's just this splatter of random blood on the right side of it. I guess I'll just keep it then.
Okay. I think you're muted, Capjack.
Yes, he's having a conversation at his house.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, sorry.
So we'll jump to there, assuming that everyone ate appropriate amounts and all that. We can jump there. You drive there in the van, the self-driving van that the Italian Mafia provides to you. And once you're there, yeah, you find it's just this grid of a total of 16 just blocky apartment complexes. Not pretty. Not nice either. At some point there were like potted plants, like hanging vines set up on the outside of them just like to make it look neat, but since no one took care of them, most of them had died, and the ones that didn't have just eaten a side of the building.
Okay.
And around, this is Yakuza territory. You see a couple like Yakuza members patrolling around, but they're not particularly interested because these apartment complexes are kind of where most of the sub gangs hang out and they take care of themselves. You see tags on the walls of these apartment complexes, just layer after layer of like tags of one gang that rose up and then it got covered up, either to disrespect them or to cover them up because they don't exist anymore. Just so much just piled on the walls here.
Okay. We have the number and everything, right?
Correct.
For the
The Rubies are building 12 in the second basement.
okay.
And Capjack is fully armored for this one.
Yes. I assume you are. Yes.
So I guess we'd enter the building.
You enter in. It's a little bit crowded. A lot of people seem to be hanging around in the kind of pseudo lobby area on the ground floor. A lot of deals and not extremely important negotiations and meetings and stuff are happening here. And you see over to the right, there's a stairwell to go up. And then over to the left, there's a much smaller little stair set to go down.
I'll take the stairwell. Going down.
Okay. Everybody following Valkyrie? Yes?
Yes.
Way open eyes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why don't you all roll perception now?
All right.
Man, I don't... Holy crap. Slice did really good. 2 hits for Star, 2 hits for Capjack. How many hits for Valkyrie?
Sorry, I'm rolling. I need to double check with my saberware. Perception. Yeah. Right. That's 3 hits.
3 hits. Slice actually got 4, so so you all are generally aware that most people are armed.
Mhm.
Valkyrie is quite aware of it. Slice, however, spotting it better than the rest of you, but also being less subtle than all of you, is just literally pointing out, just going, katana, assault rifle, pistol, actually 2 pistols, boot knife, and just is pointing them out to everyone out loud as he walks by. But people aren't particularly concerned. It's not like there are any laws on weapons or anything here. Although he actually draws some attention from the nearby people to a specific individual as he points out. He's like, that guy's got a grenade in his pocket. And then just keeps walking, and like 3 people like kind of crowd around that guy. They're like, what's up with you? Why do you have a grenade? And you guys don't see whatever the resolution is to that event. Because they're not concerned with Slice or anything. That happens up there, and you guys keep going. The stairwell continues down. You pass the first basement door. So there's just... The stairwell is its an entirely independent, just long room. And at each floor, there's a metal door to get into the main whole room or complex, whatever's inside the actual habitable, usable space of that basement. The first basement door is welded and locked up. Like, you're not getting through that. It's got a bunch of like armoring stuff just holding it tight, and then several like warning stuff, some like high voltage signs and stuff bolted to it, and other warning signs of radioactive, toxic, official CIA location, like just a bunch of warning signs and stuff on it, gathered, literally road signs welded to it. And then the second door, as you go down to the second basement, is way nicer. There used to be a metal door there, but it has been removed and replaced by a wooden door. Quite nice, actually, with 2 paper lanterns off to the side of it, some simple but elegant inlay, wooden inlay across right above the door frame. And in fairly nice lettering in a language that Valkyrie can read, it says House of the Ruby.
Okay. And there's no guards posted here?
Not outside, no.
I will knock on the door then.
One of the little, and you spot it as it like beeps, you see as part of the decoration, you see a little black bead kind of blink red for a second. And you hear a slightly like radio filtered voice come from the other side. And Valkyrie would understand this. Who are you?
Okay, I'll respond. We are an interested party that would request a sit down with Ruby Eye.
All right. Why don't you roll? You can roll. You can roll negotiations or etiquette, your choice, on that one. Because that's pretty simple.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. I got one hit.
Yep, that's enough. Wait there. Do not move.
Okay.
After like a minute or two, he will see you. What's that?
I'd say thanks.
Is Valkyrie like filling us in on as this goes on?
Yeah, I would have
Okay,
told you to wait here. And then I would have told you to come on.
The door would open up after just a couple minutes. He will see you. You see one human standing there. He has that shiny red vibrosword katana drawn but relaxed at his side. You would see an elf and a human behind him, both armed and their weapons ready. One of them holding a katana, the elf holding the katana, and the human holding two what appear to be maybe like small SMGs.
Okay. I guess we'll enter.
This way.
I'll follow.
You're brought down. It appears that they have like added on actual structure. That originally this is just an open room, and they've added on structure and corridors and stuff. So you're brought down a hallway that goes along the periphery of the room, and then takes a corner, keeps going a bit, and then takes another sharp turn, cutting straight into the center of the room, where you're brought into a separate, again, room that was added into this open space. Looks fairly nice. The walls are thin, like they're not structurally sound because they're not really meant to. They're just to break line of sight. Building out a fairly nice little room, well decorated and furnished. You see in here are 3 more members, including the boss, so a total of 6 gang members are with you, as well as what appears to maybe be some kind of accountant, maybe? Over to the side, sitting down at a desk, just on a laptop, going through stuff, looking at paper receipts and a couple comm links, like several comm links he's got there on the desk, is just doing paperwork of some kind.
Okay. Doing his taxes.
And the man sitting down in the obviously main seat, with a eye that is held shut by a metallic piece, like eye patch that is bolted into his bone, within a covering of synthetic ruby over it. Nods as you come in.
I would bow respectfully.
Bow.
I do the same.
All right. So,
Slice does as well.
yeah, he's looking at some of the like fancier stuff. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. So for language stuff, more complex stuff, you have to roll for it. So let's have you do a language roll now to flavor the upcoming conversation.
Okay.
I want you to crit glitch so bad.
Oh,
I
it
got
would be
actually 4 hits.
hilarious. Wow. All right.
What's that?
I got 4.
4 hits. Okay. So whatever like YouTube videos you watched to learn this language, you apparently they were good.
Okay.
Somebody probably like stole some official content off of some expensive paid service and threw it up for cheap online, as people are known to do. So yeah, actually you're gonna do quite well for this conversation. Go ahead.
Okay. I would say hello, and then start introducing ourselves, saying who I am, who Capjack is, who Star is, and Slice. And that yeah. And then jump into saying that I understand that you have an item that my party would be interested in, and we would like to propose a trade.
What can you offer me?
I see the skull in the room.
Why don't you all roll perception again? Let's have Slice give it a shot. He doesn't know what you're looking for. You never told him, so. Oh wait, no, he was there. So, I think it was there. He got 2 as well. So Capcheck got 2. Star got
Nothing.
just nothing,
I
and
got
3
3.
for Valkyrie. You would see it behind. So there'd be a display case that has some ornamental items, some fancier things, and behind like some tinted glass, so it's not easy to spot, you can see a small chrome skull, like a bit bigger than what you could fit in your hand, but like it's a chrome skull that its eyes kind of glow a little bit, or the sockets kind of glow a little bit.
Okay.
What can you offer me?
As I understand it, you have a passionate hate for a group called the Whitecaps.
You are correct.
I and my team will offer you the death of their leader for the chrome skull hood ornament.
Why would you want that?
Value. Okay, I said.
Why don't you all, and yeah, all of you roll intuition. Nothing from Capjack.
2 hits.
2 hits from Valkyrie. Wow.
Crit glitch.
Crit glitch.
Hey.
Okay. So Star, you start getting just a bad feeling. Like something feels off, something feels dangerous off. Like they might be getting to like stab you guys soon. Something feels, you don't know what they're saying, you don't know what conversation is going on, but something feels bad, like they might be about to backstab all of you. Valkyrie, you notice that whenever he talks to you, he kind of every once in a while glances away and looks at something kind of behind you. Glancing in the direction of the, because he is the only person in front of you, everyone else is behind you, believing that they can offer best protection if you can't directly see where they are. So he seems to like glance back either a person or an item or something behind you.
Can I sense motive?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a pretty tough one, and he actually gets to roll against it, so. What you got?
3 hits.
3 hits. That matches his hits, so you get nothing. He seems to frequently glance back behind you.
Okay. I'll ask him what is worrying him.
Nothing is worrying me.
Okay.
We have traded blows with the Whitecaps for a long time. What would make me think that you could deal with him, their leader?
Do you remember the assault on Humanus in the Chandelier?
I'm aware of the event.
That was us.
Really?
Yes.
That is high claims. If that is you, then you are competent enough. You want to trade his head for that.
Would it be pointing at the skull?
Yeah, he does. This, and now he like points over to it.
I'd say yes.
We would much rather him alive.
Okay.
So that we can deal with him.
Okay.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Yes, we accept this deal.
Okay. Might I offer you a second one?
Perhaps.
Just getting one man out of the way doesn't completely crumble an organization. Someone's gonna take his place. Most likely someone he's worked with closely. Which means, are you okay with funding us, with paying us to take care of the rest of his crew?
Possibly. How much do you think they are worth?
Well, it's been a pretty big pain in your organization. Can I roll something? I don't know. I was thinking like
Underworld.
Yeah.
Underworld,
Okay.
for a fair estimate. While that's happening, Capjack and Star, again, you guys can roll intuition. 2 hits for Capjack, and Star gets 1.
can I Sorry, go ahead.
Capjack, you notice that while he seems to be like in his head kind of considering the price for each one, he takes that glance back and keeps looking back to something or someone behind you. This time a bit longer, like definitely noticeable for you. Star, you kind of see this, and it's just keeps putting you a little bit more on edge. Valkyrie, Capjack, you could look back and spot it, but it would kind of break the composure. Valkyrie, what is your question?
Can I use my hits specialization to get an estimate on what would be fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
3 hits.
3 hits. It's kind of a non-specific, like it's taking out rivals, so ranging between, like, depending on how profile. So, like, if they're really high profile, it'd be like 300 per kill or something, but it's probably going to be something more around, like, between 300 and somewhere as low as 75, like, ballpark within there.
Okay. Can Capjack use the visor of his motorcycle helmet to, like, look behind him so that he's still looking forward, but, like, using the reflection to see what the guy's looking at?
Okay, so to draw, like, trace his like the line of sight, what he's looking at, and to use that, roll, let's just make a simple roll perception for that. And should be able to. Actually, yeah, and roll it with a +2 because you have a rangefinder in your eye.
That's right. That is boop.
He keeps glancing back for something. He keeps looking at the, like, accountant dude. He keeps, like, checking with him in some quick non-verbal way.
Are they, like, looking back at each other?
Yes.
Then using the subvocal microphone, he's communicating with the accountant. Perhaps the accountant is actually the leader.
Most likely. So
Yes,
I would
Ken?
offer. Sorry.
I would suggest asking if that will be a menial to both of them. Let them know we notice.
Bad idea. I would offer them negotiable 150 per head. I mean, not per head, but per body.
All right, why don't you roll negotiation on that? So is this just to play on the safe side? You're only acknowledging the guy who's presenting himself as the leader?
Yes.
Okay. It could go either way.
We're doing okay here. 3 hits.
3 hits.
Yeah.
Let me. Yeah. He says that is acceptable, but only the established members, not the grunts. They're not worth anything to us.
Okay. We can do that. Would you like me to record the evidence?
We can use evidence to pay you, or if any kills are made and you cannot record them, we will just pay you later, because we will know within a few days which ones are alive and which ones are dead. So any ones you miss, you will be paid for, just not as immediately.
Okay. I would thank him for his time and ask if we can.
Yes.
Okay. We'd start leaving.
On the way out, Capjack would, bow to the, person in front, and then just nod to the accountant.
Let me roll some dice. He kind of like jumps almost, like is kind of and kind of puts his head down.
Okay.
And you all head out. Nothing happens until you are outside the door to there.
Okay. I'll start heading to
What
the van.
happens outside the door?
No, nothing. No.
You said until.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's on you guys now.
If we're not impeded, I'll just head to the van.
Same.
I think that went rather well.
Did it?
Interesting.
I didn't understand a single word that was exchanged there, so did that go well?
It did. We're gonna be paid. We need to give him the head of leader, but we will be paid 150 per body of their not grunt.
So we need to
members.
shoot the boss and take his head?
Yes. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm wrong. No. I'm sorry. No, we need him alive. I'm sorry.
What's the
I
big
forgot.
difference?
I'm foggy.
Oh my
Translation.
goodness. Right.
I'm sorry.
Is kidnap and kill like pretty much the same? Like, are they interchangeable in Japanese or something?
I don't know. That's an excuse. Just leave me alone, okay? I'm a horrible player. My character's smarter than I am. My character would remember it. I can't. I would say no. Sorry. He wants the boss alive. But the members will be paid 150 per member we kill.
That's a pretty good deal, like per head for the other dudes. Like,
Not bad.
you could definitely do worse.
The leader won't be a problem. I have stun rounds.
And
Just-
And I can always put him to sleep.
Yeah, that too.
and once everyone else is dead, like, it's not a big issue.
No, we just pick them
Yeah.
up.
So what's your plan on assaulting these dudes? And how many are there? Like 3 or 4? Or?
We had 16 grunts,
16 total.
and how
10
many
them
of
are
the?
claw.
So 16 dudes, 6 of them being grunts. And the 3 of you are going to kill them all?
Yeah.
What? Face to face? Hell no.
No, not face to face. No.
Okay.
Well, the next thing we need to do is stop in at for other people that hate them and do this again.
Yes. Although we have to make sure that the head is off the table.
All right. So why don't we just push those through real fast? Why doesn't Valkyrie roll me? So it was 4 other ones? I don't remember how many I...
Yeah, 4.
4? Why don't you roll me negotiations 4 times?
Okay.
It's notable, and as you would have this negotiation, unless you like crit glitch or something, you'll notice that the rubies seem to hate the whitecaps the most. So you're gonna get the most money out of them, but you'll still get something probably out of the other people.
2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
2 hits. And a crit glitch.
Yes. Okay. So the first 3 guys will give you 75 new yen per head.
Okay.
Including the boss, if they can confirm he dies. They don't care how he dies, as long as he ends up dead. So you'll probably get paid for him as well.
All right.
And so that's between 3 of them, so that's a pretty good deal.
375 total.
Yeah.
Hi.
The last group you go for, Star. Why don't you pick? Which is the last group you guys went to meet?
What are the groups again?
There's
Black boots, katanas, white teeth, and Jedi.
those ones.
Jedi.
Jedi are the last guys you go to meet. Let's do that. They operate primarily out of a Japanese bar. And you all step in there. You can all roll perception as you enter the building. And Slice will as well.
3.
3.
Nothing.
5. Okay, as you step in, everything appears to be normal. Like there's not many customers. Like most of the people here might be those people who are supposed to pretend to be customers but are actually like bouncers or guards or something. So it might be that there are no customers in here. Capjack, you're like, yeah, there are no customers in here. And you take about 3 steps into the building, and then you notice that behind the bar, just out the side, you see a hand on the ground, like splayed out as if someone is laying down behind the bar. And you see a small bit of blood pooling and catching up to that hand. You notice several red smears where people have tried to hastily clean up blood. You notice on the wall that there is this like kind of banner that was the Jedi banner, and that has been torn down, and there's just the little corner bits where it was stapled to the wall. And you spot one of the guys having some kind of signet ring that is a like bright yellow tiger. And these guys, to your summation, may have just killed the gang you guys showed up to meet.
Most likely did.
And they begin to you catch this early enough so it's not immediately like blocking you out, but you see that 2 people are moving to kind of get between you guys and the front door as you have just stepped in like just a couple paces.
So they're blocking our exit.
They're moving to, they are not yet.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. What am I thinking? This is the wrong place. Oh, God. Yeah, no. Come on. We're going drinking at the one 2 doors down. It's my fault. I'm sorry. Come on, everyone. Let's go.
I will follow Capjack.
Yeah, I'll follow Capjack home.
I'm gonna roll Slice's intelligence.
Oh no! Slice!
Hit with a glitch.
No.
So he says, "Oh yeah, okay. Here, let me just grab one drink," and
No.
Okay, if he's gonna do that, I'm gonna grab Slice's hand and be like, "Come on, sweetie, the other bar. It won't
It has-
be very long."
They have the same stuff there.
okay, and the 2 guys have kind of moved in the way, but they like your
Performance.
your performance seems to have mostly gone through them. But why don't you roll Capjack for that? So that would be fast talking, con specifically.
Hey, that's a thing I have a specialty in.
Yeah. 5 hits. Yeah, they're just like, all right, we don't need to kill more people today. Here.
All right. Thank you, Dice.
Yeah, they step out of the way. They're just like, establishment's actually closed. You can just move along.
Oh, thank you. Right. I think it was that way. Come on. Let's see.
All right.
Just-
When we get back into the van, I'm gonna call Blinky.
Okay. Slice is gonna be like,
They're all murdered.
what happened?
Okay, so that looks like it was just a hit that went in there. The whole gang, the Jedi, they're dead. Oh, they're so dead.
Oh, oh, oh! I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, ooh, not great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
So Valkyrie is calling Blinky. Hello.
Hey, I think I have some information you might want to buy off of me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the Jade Eyes just got wiped off the map. The signet that I caught, that was there was a yellow tiger.
Yellow. Yeah. Golden Tiger is a gang, or sub gang. Yeah. Okay. Golden Tigers have eliminated Jade Eye. That's worth uh 15 new yen. If you have any more information while you guys are out there, anything you guys pick up, be happy to buy it off you as well. Yeah, good thinking.
Okay, thanks. That was it.
All right.
Alright, bye. So, yep, I got 15 for that. And then, okay, so I guess I'll turn back to the group and ask what they want to do.
Actually, before we do that, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes, no more than that. So just give me 1 second. Let me set that up. There, and yeah, we'll be back just a little bit. And we're live again. Hello. We're
Hi.
back. So you were all in a van getting ready to... Where were you going?
I think back to the loft to figure out what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
On your way there, Capjack would get a call from Click.
Hello, Click.
Hey, I spotted the guy, our partner, Mr. P. He showed up. Came in and out. I didn't even, like, he was already halfway out the door by the time I caught him. Said that he was busy, wouldn't be in touch for several days. I got a number for him, though. But he said it wouldn't work for a while. He said he was on a business trip or something for the next while. So, but here it is.
It'll work later.
Yeah, supposedly. And
excellent.
he texts it over to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, yeah.
All right, I'll try and reach him in a few days then. Thanks, Click.
Yep.
How's business?
It's fine. Yeah, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe at some point we might want like a little bit of more muscle. The one we got here keeps us safe here, but like because this is kind of the scene, I'm seeing several other dealers cropping up on the streets outside.
I might have someone to work with that, actually.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Jeez. That's my neighbor.
That's our neighbor.
Yep. So at the loft, Slice heads in, opens up the fridge, and lays down on his couch again. Yes, here, and chucks one over to you.
Thanks. Cracker Hurlg. Right then.
Actually, real fast, you would have spotted Koala hanging out outside because she didn't want to go in because she knocked on the door and no one answered, so she just waited outside. So you see her on the stairs as you would have come back.
Hey, Koala, how are you?
Hi. Stuff was a bit busy and quiet, like nobody seemed very interested, so I never found a good place to set up. Yeah, and I guess I like stepped into the wrong alley or something. Some people are a bit rough, so I think I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. And she like lifts up her sleeve, and you see a bit of a bruise on her arm. I'll just lay down.
Right, actually, I mean, are you up for playing a little bit, perhaps?
Yeah.
Come with me. I'll meet you two upstairs in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna take Koala across the street to the cafe.
Oh, is it okay if I do it in here?
I'm going to find out from Angela. Or Angeline.
Hi there, Capjack. Nice to see you here.
How are you, love?
Doing good. Business is same as usual, which is pretty good.
Good. It's very nice. I'd like you to meet my friend Koala.
Hi there.
They're a musician.
Oh, nice.
Classical acoustic style.
Don't hear that much nowadays.
Right? Very kind of cafe retro.
What you thinking?
I was wondering if perhaps you might like some live music here.
I mean, I'd have to talk to the boss if we're gonna like pay her to play. But I could run it by him if you want. Unless she's just gonna hang out and take tips, she can. Well, kid, do you need like? Hang on, give him a second to come back. Kid, you need a job? Like, Koala's like, yeah. Well, I could use a waitress. And then playing music in here would just be what you do when all tables are served and make the place a bit more pleasant and pick up the tips that you can. That sounds good. All right. Well, why don't you come back tomorrow? I'll get all the stuff sorted out with the boss for that, but I know I can get you hired on. Yeah, come back tomorrow, early in the morning. Yeah, thank you, Capjack. I'll definitely have use for her. Things will work out good.
Glad to help. Could I get a Turkish coffee to go?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're a dream.
Here you go. Just give me a couple of minutes for it to set itself. Is there a set price for the coffee?
75.
75? Okay, good. And then she takes the proper time to do it properly. Not like the, soy calf that takes 2 seconds to make.
Mm.
And you get some nice real coffee.
Oh, Angeline, you're my heart. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you too. So Koala's, should I, do you guys have more business stuff I could just wait outside.
Yeah, I mean, give us a few minutes. You just need to do a quick talk.
Okay. So she'll sit down on the stairs outside and you guys can have your chat. Slice would be trying to engage in some social form with Valkyrie or Star. So, do either of you actually do anything? Like, other than work?
I would look at him like, excuse me.
Like, other than work? Like, other than last night, I don't think I've seen either of you ever enjoy yourselves. Well, I mean, like Star, you at least cracked like a smile or something at the concert before. But like, do you have any like thing you want to do with the money you earn? Like, what's the point?
I want my wings back.
Yeah, but then that's just to earn more money, right? Like, what's the point?
The point is to someday not have to do this anymore.
Huh. Okay. I mean, some people would call me, like, I guess, defeatist, but, like, I'm going to be doing this till the day I die, and I'm going to have a good time doing it. I mean, I don't care how you do it. You can do whatever you like.
That's kind of the same way I feel, except with the added bonus that I proved several people wrong.
Oh, yeah? Got that? I did that, too. It's not all it's cracked up to be. It was pretty good, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. But, then again, I kind of feel like I cheated a little bit. Guy said I could never beat him in a fist fight. Well, robot arm kind of just throw things off a little bit. But you only get that chance once. When you swing a little too hard and snap the guy's neck, he can't really get a rematch. So, that's whatever. What's your plan, like, once you have all this stuff you want? Like, what what joy are you gonna get out of life?
Maintaining my status.
All
Let me know
right.
when Cap check Watson.
Yeah, then sure. I mean, sure. Whatever floats your boat. Like, uh, life sucks. So having a couple things to make it better is pretty nice, and I just don't see that with either of you. But whatever. I don't know how that all
Since
goes.
when did I hire you to be my therapist?
It's,
Oh,
never mind.
angry.
Never mind. I don't care anymore.
What to you all? And he like hefts his cup of coffee. What did I miss?
It's nothing important. I was just asking questions. I mean, none of you asked to be fixed. I don't ask to be fixed. It's whatever.
Then why are you asking questions like that?
'Cause I'm curious. You're just always so grumpy.
I'd stand up and say, well, imagine someone took both your arms and then left you for dead.
And he holds up his right hand. He's like, I mean,
Both of them.
I get the idea, but we're Shadowrunners. Like, you're not gonna out. We're not gonna. Nobody's gonna be happy if we outdo each other on past hurts. Like,
Yes.
nobody had a good childhood to get themselves here. So
Nobody wins in the amputation Olympics. It's true.
yeah.
You asked, I answered.
No, I did, but like, I didn't ask what thing happened to you to make you grumpy. I asked like, why are you grumpy? 'Cause you like, freaking stuff happened to me too. But I'm enjoying myself now that I'm stuck in this place. But whatever, I don't actually care. I was just curious.
Ah, it's nice. You make a good point, though. I mean, I have my coffee. Real, oh, glorious Turkish coffee. I have my BTLs. I have the occasional hit of Nova Coke. I mean, come on. If we're only going to be here a short period of time, enjoy it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're runners. Pie in the sky dreams, you're never gonna get there, probably. So, I mean, what happens now is what's important to me. But look, I'm not a philosopher or any of that crap. Like, you do you. Whatever floats your boat and keeps you around, that's fine. You're useful and you're freaking good at what you do.
You said you're not a philosopher, so stop talking.
Okay.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with trying to be maybe even friends, not just co-workers.
I thought we were doing a job.
All right, fine.
Whatever.
So, let's get to business then. Yeah.
Okay. We know
So-
where they are.
Yeah.
We know where they hang out, which is the top floor, which is a very bad idea.
In that case, yeah.
I could probably ask Blinky for schematics to see if there's how many windows they've got and how bulletproof it is.
I mean, that's essentially state housing. Though, not only are the windows not bulletproof, the walls aren't bulletproof on that thing. That is
Even
cheap,
better.
like plasticrete. Like, no. Like, I'm 50-50, I could punch through those walls.
Okay. So my idea is to set up across the way. First, tase the leader with stun rounds, and then start picking off whoever's left I don't know where you two want to be, but
I have to
that's.
go in the door. I mean, I don't do guns.
Or you could stand outside the door to gank anybody who tries to get out.
Well, yeah. You know what might not be a bad idea? Slicer made a good point earlier in how many of us there are here versus how many of them will be inside. Why don't we
Okay.
contract out an extra runner or two?
Well,
To do what?
just a little
Fire
added
support?
muscle. But so
Yeah.
here's the question though. What happens? So you're gonna start shooting them, right? If they can't get back at you, which I mean, I am maybe one of them has a rifle, and they'll try and shoot back at you. If you outsnipe him, which is quite likely, then that issue is not an issue anymore. If they outsnipe you, we're in deeper crap than we don't need to worry about the rest of the plan because things have gone backward anyway. So my question is, what happens when they hunker down because they know that all they've got is handguns and they can't outshoot you with a handgun? What happens? Like, are they gonna run? Are they gonna like hide? Because you can't stay there forever. Eventually, the Yakuza are gonna show up and ask you to stop shooting in their apartment buildings. So, like, what's your...
It's really up to them. Does their file say anything about whether they take fight or flight?
They're big fighty types. I mean, they're going to try and fight,
Yeah.
but
So what you need is for them to think that they can fight. If they think there's no fighting to be done, they'll hide or they'll run or whatever. If they think there's a fight, then they'll try. And
Okay,
have an
then we
idea.
need someone outside to start cursing them out.
no, we can do something so much easier than that.
Okay.
Put you on a rappel off the top of their roof. You pop down, take the shot, continue going down. They all rush the window.
Okay.
When they do that, there's nothing saying we can't have a firing squad ready for them. We can either do that or options. We could pop smoke and throw it in there, make them blind, and then grab and go and fight in smoke. I mean, it depends. How good are you in without being able to see there, Star? Me, I'm terrible.
elves have thermographic vision.
Yeah.
Do they?
So if you would want to pop thermographic
No.
smoke,
No? Am I
They have
wrong?
low light
orcs
vision.
do.
Oh, low light
Orcs
vision.
do.
Orcs have thermographic, right?
Yeah, it's orcs that have.
I'm mistaken.
Well,
So the leader is an orc. Are there any other orcs or trolls in there?
Take a look at the list.
All it says is that they hire literally anyone, and the people who survive are the core members. So, could be. Where some gangs, sub gangs, like discriminate, saying you have to be of some metatype or something. They have literally no. They don't choose their people. They recruit everyone who shows up at their door, regardless of metatype or even nationality.
Wait. They recruit anyone who shows up at their door. I could be inside.
Good.
Inside?
But how does that help? When things start happening, who are they gonna fight?
if we do the rappelling idea, where you rappel off of the building, come down, take the shot at him, knock him out. I can take him and run with him if we pop smokes in there as well.
Why?
So, why what?
Why? I'm. We're also trying to kill the rest of the core members. If you do that, that doesn't really help us in that endeavor.
Process, and I will explain exactly how it helps.
Okay.
This is where I think maybe we get extra runners to help us. Perhaps a team that we know that is very good with the guns. The Black Mask.
Okay.
Because what
And-
they're likely going to do is you will take the shot, they see you, you keep going, they will rush to the window to try and get at you. They're up above, and when they lean their little heads over, pop, 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 pop. There we go. They're tactical. I mean, you're tactical. You know how this works better than I do. And
I
then we
mean-
have me inside, potentially Star as well. And we can take the leader and be like, oh no, we get to cover. Things like that.
Okay.
And then we're able to get him out of the building, and so it's a clear firefight.
Then that's the other option. If they take anybody who comes to the door, I could go in. It could lure him away from the firefight. And then you take everyone out, send me in with a taser, stun him.
How complicated do you guys want this to be?
I mean, it should be as simple as you can do it one of two ways. You can either perhaps you take a shot at taking a shot at the boss might not be the best idea. Between me and Star, we can sedate him easily. I mean, I can open his wrist. I can do that at any moment. Especially if he's distracted. Quick cut. Sleepy, sleepy. There we go. And then we get him out.
Okay.
And then it's a team to come in behind us and clean up.
Yes. Or we could have extra runners, as you say, pose a threat outside, out the front doors. You know, the ones that are really good. Take care of the grunts, as you say, very good. Then it's actually a fight. They'll be engaged. They'll be distracted. I could probably take the leader, and then as they're running about doing whatever they're doing, getting the rest of the members. And you guys can... The thing is, we don't necessarily have to pick him up. We can just wait till everyone's dead.
Yeah, but if he gets caught in crossfire, it'd be better for us to secure him. You see what I mean?
Okay. Well, how is it likely that he's gonna stay behind while the rest of his crew fights?
But here's the thing. I mean, it's probably very likely. I mean, they seem like the big fighty types, but again, that doesn't mean stupid. So they'll either stay and fight, or they'll try and run. But if Star and I are there to, like, be the people that keep, like, guard of him, we can rush him out in... Again, this is why smoke makes the most sense. Because
But
we
you're
can pop
thinking
that.
you're just gonna walk in there and then be promoted to personal bodyguard.
No, in the middle of a sudden firefight, everything goes crazy.
Okay, but still, like you said, if he's smart, he'll likely have at least 2 people who aren't gonna leave his side, even if there
If
is
he
a
kills him.
fight.
Okay, if he kills him. That would be what you can do.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna see my point of view on this, so whatever. Let's do your plan and see how it goes.
Can I like get a quick 2-minute break?
Okay.
Uh, all right, we're back. We're good.
Hi.
Right then. Actually, I do want to like take a moment, and sometimes it's important at the table when you don't entirely know if like it's the characters that are upset or the players that are upset to just like maybe just take a moment and confirm. That's what we went off for 2 minutes to do, and we're all good.
Yeah. No.
And so, you know, sometimes the role playing is really good. And you can't tell. It's like, wait, hold on. Are we cool? All right. No, it's cool. But yeah, that's what we went off for 2 minutes to do. So, hey, we're good.
Okay.
That's in. No, I don't want you to just like roll over and say, "Oh yeah, whatever." No, I value your input. Truly, I do. So, what
No,
about
you
this do you
don't.
not like?
I gave you suggestions, and you tell me, no, we're doing it this way, and because you want to do it that way, but you don't understand, you don't try to understand where I'm coming from or how this makes it simpler. But whatever, since you're so hard set on this, let's do it your way.
If I might pipe in, my only bit of advice is I don't know if the day and a half or whatever that you're going to be undercover, if Star will survive.
What is that?
Well, like they're
right.
pretty brutal. Like just the what's it? Initiation ritual or whatever. It's probably going to be pretty brutal.
Oh, that's
Like
true.
they say, the grunts don't last a week.
Yeah, so like we want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you guys. So I'm like, again, like 50-50 that maybe you, Capjack, can tough it out for however long it's going to be. Star, I don't think you need to get your face wrecked so soon after you got it fixed. I mean, although Capjack, you're still probably a little sore from the last thing too.
The hands are a little stiff still. It's true. Okay. Let's scrap
Wait,
and start
wait.
over.
Why don't you flip it around? Isn't undercover like the black mask dude's thing?
Oh. It sure is, isn't it?
If you want to use them to gather the body, I'd be okay with that.
Yes, they can be our people on the inside.
So they're on the inside. They secure the dude, and then how? I mean, that's a way to keep them fighting. Is take their boss away.
It's true. We can be waiting outside the door. We can provide cover for them once they are out. Or again, this. I mean, I really like the idea of smoke. Summergrassic smoke. It's going to blind most things. Now, is there a way to see around that they'll be prepared for?
I also like the smoke as a cover, but perhaps an added bonus. I do have a special smoke grenade here. It comes with a little neuro stun.
Oh, now that's interesting.
You could, like, pardon the phrasing, but you could kind of suicide bomber with a stun grenade, because it's not gonna actually like permanently hurt you. You could hand it to someone, and they could just stand in the living room and just conk out half of them. And then, once they're unconscious, you can do whatever you want with them.
Valkyrie, what kind of bullets can you use? Do you have any things that can do something like that as well? I know you have
What?
the one taser shot, but something with a more area of effect.
Explosive.
Oh. Listen to this one. Listen to this. Okay. So if you have the black mask, go in and infiltrate, right?
Okay.
They take a package in with them with a neurostun gases inside. You shoot the package at a pre-marked time. Boom. They are prepared. They are able to get the boss out of there. We walk in there, take out the rest. Boosh. Like ghosts.
That works.
That does
And
work.
there's enough room for backup if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just depends on how we can actually get a package up to the boss. Without someone being suspicious and opening it beforehand.
Or they do open it beforehand, and they see exactly what we want them to see.
Yeah. Picked up a gift or some loot or whatever, and say, "Hey, boss, here, this is for you."
So Nova Coke.
Oh, hey,
there's a
yeah.
stun grenade inside.
Hey!
I
That's
have
a great idea.
I have a line on some of that. How much you need?
Yeah, you do. What, 2-3 bricks?
Yeah. I got a line on that. I can get you some of it pretty cheap. Give me a little while. I can figure out how much it'll cost for that for you. But I can get that pretty cheap.
And we can either hide the gases in the container it's in, because nobody will pay attention to the container once they see the Coke inside. They'll be suspicious of Coke, perhaps, and then they try it and, oh no, this is perfectly fine. But no one will pay attention to the package.
I guess. As long as I'm able to know where the spot is that I'm supposed to hit.
Yeah, we can design this. Who do we know that could help design this? We need an explosives expert, don't we? Any of you know one?
Know a what?
Explosives expert.
Well, I know that there's some in Simon's Palace.
Yes, Grinder may be able to help us.
He does bullets, but he probably knows people who know how to make explosives.
All right, I was on the phone with my buddy. The standard like going rate for a brick is 500 new yen. And that's like a sizable package of it. That's functionally
Maybe
about
just
50
one would be
doses.
Oh, then probably just one would be enough.
All right, yeah. Yeah, you could hide it in there pretty easy. Yeah.
If we can recover it, that'd be even better. And if we can't, well, we'll
I can have some of it
we'll
by
go for
tomorrow.
some. Perfect. All right. We need to find someone to design a.
Oh, sorry. Standard price is 500 new yen. I can get it for 350.
Ah, Slice, you beautiful genius. Okay. So, Xenovocox is the trick.
And
Zen's
if
obtain-
they don't end up using it all, I can actually sell it back to the guy.
Exactly.
Or keep it.
We can, yeah. We'll talk about that later, right? How do we feel about this plan, though? Is this better?
It works.
Are you comfortable with it?
Yes.
Like I said, there's room for us to fall back on a much more simpler plan, which I much prefer, but it works.
So, probably for finishing up today's work, as I'm saying as the GM, but to finish up today's work,
In Slice's
let's
voice.
yeah, we have time for you to maybe call the Black Mask and get negotiations with them started before we end the session.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will do that.
Hello, this is what was his name? Meal.
Hi, Emil, how are you? It's Kapchak.
Yeah, hey.
I was wondering if two of you might be available for a job.
What kind of job?
We are looking to set up a snatch and grab.
What positions will we play?
You would be going undercover, getting close to the boss. Then, on a signal, there will be knockout gas released. You would be able to protect yourselves from that, and then you would get him out the door to us, and we can all get out with him.
All right. When we usually do jobs like that, especially undercover stuff, we don't hire out just two people. We hire out whoever's going undercover and then their backup.
Okay.
Have to come with them.
That sounds good.
How is it just how long's the prep, the going undercover gonna take? What kind of backstory do we need to put together, and how long do we need to be building our rep?
It's generally pretty simple. Are you familiar with the crews of Whitecaps? Yakuza territory? Brutal. They take whoever comes in. Leader, orc.
Okay, I get the type.
Yeah. Big, brutal, muscly.
Okay. Me and Vic could go in.
All right.
And then we could have three others on backup for our extraction. So it's a hot extraction?
Yeah, it's going to be hot extraction. Very likely.
Okay, then we'll probably bring four.
Okay.
I
mean,
what fire
take out a few of
support?
them on the way out.
Well, what are you guys contributing to the extraction as far as like firepower and all that?
Sniper support. Will be ones creating and setting off the explosive device.
Is it that same person from the chandelier job?
Yeah.
That sniper?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as long as she
Okay.
doesn't, as long as she knows who we are
Yeah, you will very clearly make sure that no shots go anywhere near you.
Okay, well, she's pretty good as far as we got to see then. So, that should be good
Yeah,
enough.
she's one of the best, no question.
Four guys and sniper support should be more than enough. What are we?
Yeah,
What are we extracting?
extracting is the head of the group.
Alive.
Not literally the head. Yes, alive. This is very important. The rest of them, dead.
Okay. All right. Well, then the extraction team can lend fire support for the whole thing. We're gonna be there anyway. All right. I'll write up a quote, but as far as I can tell, this is all good on our side. We'll figure out how much it'll cost, and we'll put it through a vote through the crew. But this should be
Perfect. All right, thank you, Emil. Look forward to hearing back from you soon.
good. Actually, do you know where that person that played at the concert ended up, or it wasn't really a concert?
Oh yeah, she's crashing here every so often. She's going to start working at Angeline's starting tomorrow.
Okay, because I want to hear that again. Like, kicking myself, I didn't like record it in anywhere or anything.
I can set you up as a recording, actually.
All right.
I got you covered.
All right, cool. See you later then. And he hangs
All right,
up.
talk to you soon. Okay, the Black Mask is in. They're going to work up a quote for us. They're going to have 2 inside plus about 4 on backup fire support, so you'll have additional support, Valkyrie.
Okay.
All right. And I think that's where we're going to end this. Even though you guys, like, in world, I mean, you guys actually did a bunch of meetings, so I can justify you guys having spent, like, most of the day. Because if I can, I like to divide a session up into being a in-game day. Doesn't always work out that way, but that's what I like. What's that?
Scabs.
Who's talking to Scabs? What?
I'm gonna call Scabs, I guess, and
Oh,
ask
okay.
him where my money is.
Oh.
Oh yeah, how much did he owe you?
Scabs
don't
better have
remember.
my money.
It's been so long.
Oh yeah, no. That you guys didn't actually get a price on that one because you didn't do the job
we didn't.
the way he wanted
Yeah.
it. So probably get 250 per person that participated,
Okay.
because he's not rolling in money right now because he just spent a bunch of money buying the briefcase and also moving, so he's
I'm happy with
pretty
that.
tight on cash.
Fine
But-
Jack
by me.
participate?
You get that? What's that?
Capjack participated.
Yeah. And I'll make sure that Knuckles gets his payment as well. All right. Last thing is karma, because I do like to do this on stream when I can, because it is kind of fun. So you all get 1 point of karma for not dying. Good feat there. Don't die. And
It was close a couple times.
and 1 point for assorted negotiations.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we'll just go for 2 karma points for the session total, and yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, I believe. Let me double check that that is true.
Could be right.
Yes, it is. It'll be the 4th, and yeah, we'll be back here and maybe do the session. Like, the idea was this is quick and simple, but it might, I don't know, you guys might end up doing a bunch more prep next session and it'll be a full long job. But either way, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun. And let's sign you guys out, who you are, where people can find more stuff that you do. Let's do it reverse order to how we signed in. Starting with Captain.
Hey everybody, I'm Capjack, at Captain J Cross on Twitter. You can find me all over the place here on Welcome to the Party. Let's see, on the 2nd, 4th, and 5th Tuesdays, I play Lucian, the Tiefling Warlock. in our Mimic Knights game run by Shogun. I'm assuming he's above me. I have no idea where he actually is in the screen. And let's see, alternating Thursdays, you can find me again here as Capjack the Orc Street Samurai, and alternating is the Pokemon 5th edition game where I play the Poketaker, who likes to kick Pokemon and take names. And then on Fridays, I am in the Waterdeep Dragon Heist game run by Throck, and I will be bringing in somebody new this week. So tune in to find out all about them.
I'm Soarstorm, and I'm the wife of the GM. I'm a player here at Welcome to the Party. That's mostly all I do. I do have a webcomic based in the Shadowrun universe that I'm currently drawing. But yeah, that's all I got.
I dropped a link for the website where that is at in the chat. Cool.
Start.
All right. Hi, I'm Nerdy Teddy Bear. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. I am here Wednesdays right now as the director for the Buffy versus RPG game, Ruby the Vampire Slayer. If you haven't checked that out, you should go catch up because the end of episode 2 was great, and I'm excited for next week. Other than that, I'm here Thursdays for Pokemon and, of course, for Shadowrun. And before I forget, next Tuesday, I will be playing with Maddie for Vampire the Masquerade. I believe it's next week, next Tuesday. We rescheduled, so I'm a little fuzzy on some of the details, but it should be next week. That is all I got.
Nice. And actually,
right.
Capjack, you before I sign off.
Yeah, and last thing, definitely want to mention, on September 28th and 29th, we'll be hosting a 36-hour, 9 one-shot gaming marathon to benefit Trans Lifeline. We'll be starting at noon Eastern Standard Time on Friday and running through midnight Saturday. Our goal is to raise $5,000 for this amazing charity. Like, seriously, they are fantastic. Trans Lifeline, I mean, they provide microgrants for folks going through transition for things like getting their license changed, updating their medical records, and more. And they also provide a crisis call line staffed by members of the trans community for members of the trans community. We're incredibly excited to have guest DM Grant Ellis on board, along with a number of community DMs and Steven from Castlemac. We'll also be doing a bunch of giveaways from our amazing sponsors, Devin Rue, Tabletop Loot, Rook and Raven, and So Nerdwear t-shirts. And seriously, we hope you'll join us. It's gonna be one absolutely amazing time.
And
also we're gonna have some additional things from Kimages and Channel Logic. So yeah,
Cool. Right on. And that's everything. We're good.
Yep.
All right.
I believe so. Yeah.
I am Shogun. I host this game every other Thursday. It is a drop-in, drop-out game. So if you go into the Discord, there's a link down below. You can join us. You can be a player or possibly even a GM if you want to. I also host Mimic Nights every other Tuesday, which is 5th edition D&D, where we have a blast ignoring the rules. And then also, I play in the Pokemon game that alternates with this game. So yeah, that's it. Bye. And we're out.
Okay.
Oh, that was quick. All right.
Yeah, I tried to